Hello and welcome to another roulette round presented by Canadian Disc Golf Productions. I am Chris Brown here with...
And I'm James Duong.
Yes, he is. We're back at Kings for another round.
Such a beautiful course.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of... We've had such strange weather this winter. I don't know if they're playing in a foot of snow or complete...
Well, we're playing in beautiful weather according to this drone footage.
It's true, but...
And we are not anymore.
Dylan Michaud out of Milton. Kieran Amoroso, I should know that. Also out of Burlington. Joe.
God, he's wow.
Multifaceted. And then Calvin Roorda. That's a big smile. I don't know if something else is going on.
Joe might be doing backflips behind.
Oh, it's true. That'd be tough to do any sort of...
Hard to keep a straight face when Joe's doing backflips.
Thank you for that save.
Hole one, just want to throw something out there.
Mm-hmm. Look at the difference. This is probably 2 weeks apart from, maybe a little farther apart from when we finished the last one. And look how much snow is on the ground. It's going to make distance a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. Footing's going to be a little bit more slippery.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the tree down by the basket is gone, so this must be recent.
Yeah, it must have been, because that was cleaned up a few weeks ago. From when you see this video, who knows, maybe a few more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Calvin coming up a little short with his forehand.
You just want to be out there, though.
Yeah, especially in these conditions. No one's really getting close. It's all about the second shot. Dylan's got lots of power. That gets up high on him. I think on this card he's going to be the short thrower, though, but that's not a slight of Dylan. It's just how far these guys throw.
Mm-hmm. I would say three of these guys could huck a disc pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Vander Veen being one of them.
That gets over a little bit. I don't know if you expect that to...
That's good ground action, though. He'll have a soft hyzer to the basket from there. What would you rather be on this? More left, more right, or kind of be dead center?
Dead center. Right or left, it also gets you farther away. This is Kieran. You may not know him. He doesn't play tournaments too often. He's been playing at Bronte Provincial Park for a few years now. That just hyzes out on him and skips into the, hopefully not into the woods, but...
Yeah, there's a good amount of snow over here.
It looks like it's hard. It's not digging in, so they'll have something to push off of at least.
I'm going to guess he's probably, 250 to 3?
With how hard he threw that, that's got to be at least 300 feet, because... Oh, well.
Just hyzering out.
Yeah.
There could be a bit of a tailwind out there, but one of the big problems on this upshot is if you don't hang it out wide right, it'll just kind of hyzer out with the hill and just get away from you.
I like the... we see it. Look at the wind. Look at those trees going. That's a great shot from Calvin.
Mm-hmm. Great Plinko.
Joe all the way up the hill, having to play down with the speed control.
Mm-hmm. That tree might be in his way. He might try to go left of it, though. Yep. Oh.
Pulls it a bit.
The ceiling got him. Good approach. Looks like he'll probably clean up his 4.
Yeah, so Kieran did get into the trees on the left. He's going to have to pitch out. To remind our fans and everyone who's watching, the format of this is the roulette rounds is Canadian Disc Golf Productions has deemed it. Is everyone starts with 6 discs. If you win the hole, you take a disc from the person who lost the hole. And it's your disc to do what you want for the rest of the round, and they can take it back. You can take other people's discs.
If you don't want to throw over water with one of your discs, use an opponent's.
That's true. Would you do that? Would you lose one of my discs?
I mean, if I was confident enough to make it over, probably.
Kieran trying to make this putt. I think that's for his 3. 1, 2, 3. No, that'd be for his 4. So it's gonna be tough. Look at this wind.
This
is a windy
day
day
out there. This putt must feel like it's 40 feet long.
Nose up from a knee into the headwind.
That started at cage height.
Actually,
no. Oh no.
I've lost track of where everyone's sitting at, so we'll have to wait until the thing. But let's see if Kieran can clean up this putt. tough start in the cold conditions.
Yep.
Hopefully they got the gloves to keep your hands warm. It's very important to keep your hands tactile.
It looks like the snow is a bit more compact as well, so like discs are sliding an extra 5-10 feet away if you're lucky.
Oh, Joe.
Oh no.
Not a good start for our group of 4 here.
That's funny. I was just about to say, like, a 4 almost kind of feels like a bogey. You want to get the 3 on this.
When you're playing this in calm conditions.
Oh
no, Dylan.
no.
Oh, Dylan. When you're playing in calm conditions, yeah, you want the 3.
Yes, Calvin.
You know what? If everybody's doing it, then it's not a big deal in this format.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see what's gonna happen. Kieran coming back.
Oh,
Oh no.
the chains are not giving, and the wind is not helping. There you go.
Joe. Okay. I cannot
I
tell
believe
you.
that was for his 5.
That would make a lot of sense.
I kind of feel like that's winning right now.
Right. We'll have to see on the next tee pad.
I'm gonna say Joe's gonna take from.
Actually, alright.
Oh
What's the suspect? It's like a putter. It's like a putter mid kind of, and so this is that's just a horseshoe putter. Sorry, I'm not. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have mid-range. I want your people, but I don't know if they'll be that mean. You can be mean, just don't worry. It'll be a quick day.
It's tough because you don't want to look at the top. You also take away the distance drivers.
P3X. Oh, that's a good destroyer.
Wow, with some slow discs here.
Ouch.
3 discs left to play the rest of this course.
That's like a nightmare.
Hole 2, pretty simple, 214 feet. The idea is to spike it into the hillside because if you go long, especially with the snow, you're going to slide farther away and have a death spot. If you come up short, you're in that hazard bunker.
Mm-hmm. Typically 214 feet. You could probably get a putter there, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe like a overstable approach disc on
Yeah.
a steep hyzer.
Well, this is Dylan with what color disc was that?
Didn't you ace this hole?
I did.
What'd you throw?
I threw a Justice, something pretty much on this line right here. It comes down, spiking into the ground.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna.
Yep.
Oh, and that is hazard.
That's it. He's putting for 3.
It's a good thing it's not windy.
Yes, that's as those trees are showing you. It is not windy at all.
Joe, it's a wide sweeping hyzer. Does it have enough legs? Oh, it has enough jump.
Skips out of the bunker.
He's gonna have a bit of a headwind putt though. Elevated basket.
Kieran with his 2 discs left. I think that was.
This is smooth. Yep. Okay. Playing it safe.
Calvin left himself a long upshot here into this headwind.
Oh, great approach.
No problem whatsoever.
Wow. That was parked to being like 10 feet away.
Just started sliding. That's smart play there. You know somebody's.
Putting for a 3.
Yeah, somebody's probably gonna end up taking a 4 here. So just get your 3 and move on.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
He left some meat on the bone there.
All right, Dylan. Clean up that putt from the first hole. There
Great
it is.
putt. All right, Joe's losing a few discs.
No.
Unless he makes this.
Yeah, if he makes this, that's fine. If he makes this, pretty much everyone's taking a 3.
I have not seen this video, so I wasn't like predicting the future or anything like that.
I don't know. Did you talk to Joe?
No, I did not.
Are you jinxing him?
I mean, I might have already unintentionally. I think he's good for this putt, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Great putt.
Must be tough looking straight at the bunker. Left to right wind. Just got to give it enough to get in.
Nice. Good cleanup.
Calvin's a great putter. Very mechanical. Everything's just forward. And then Kieran with the 3 as well.
It's a very tricky hole for being 214 feet.
It is, as he said, you have to be so pinpoint accurate dropping it on top of the hill. If you go a little long, you're long combat, you leave it short, you're in the hazard. This hole in the winter, in the snow, in the slippery conditions, is going to be very difficult. It's a short hole.
It is. You'd think about trying to get a putter there, but you're throwing it like downhill, so, and there's a lot of like ceiling to deal with.
Interesting that Calvin's going forehand. It doesn't play that well for a forehand. You have to kind of bend it left.
I think he kind of just showed you right there.
Well,
he made it work.
Yeah, but he's 30 feet long, so it plays. You would admit it plays more for a backhand.
I mean, he might have made a believer out of me. We'll see the next time I play if I throw a forehand.
All right, next time you and I are playing together, you're throwing a forehand on this no matter what.
Deal. Great backhand.
This is hard to see. That's Joe?
That's a park job.
That is a park job.
What are we looking at? What did he throw there? Samurai.
Kieran comes into, leaves that a little short right, but that's in the circle. He'll be putting.
Come on, Calvin.
Calvin.
Prove the forehand right.
Calvin, because of the forehand, slips
Come
out
on.
right.
Come on. Yeah. It's a forehand hole. Thank you, Calvin.
Okay, guys. Hole 3, King's Forest, forehand hole. Don't even think about going backhand.
If you are, you're doing it wrong.
Dylan to make sure he doesn't lose any discs here.
Oh, no.
And Joe taps it in. Kieran was... We may have missed Kieran. No.
No, Kieran had a great shot, I believe.
I must have missed something there because I thought Kieran was short, but we shall see.
Yeah, that's my distance driver. Fairways
Taking from
pink.
Dylan.
My mid is
Maybe it was just
I think you
that's
missed
nice.
Kieran's
It's
shot.
pretty.
But I won't need it yet. I'll take the
That looked like a bug.
Buzz gone.
butter, suspect.
Oh no, they both took
One of
threes.
each.
Oh, okay. So they both took threes.
Oh,
and
I'll
then,
take
I'll take the.
which
no, I
one
won't
of
be that.
Kieran's?
I'll take the suspect.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I can live
think
with
eight.
that. Give him a chance on the next one.
Another yellow one, the suspect. Tough to say.
Could have been, yeah, it could have been the gator or the suspect.
Kieran's in trouble, down to 2 discs. Hopefully not knocked out before he gets to show his skills.
So he should still have his Enigma and his purple P1X.
Neither of which are good choices for this hole.
No, you don't think this could be a putter?
It says 237 feet. I think that's from the shorts. This is probably closer to 280.
Gotcha.
And it's just so hard to keep it online in that low and with a putter for that far. Joe throws that, hits the log. He's gonna be 25 feet short.
Is that where the log is?
More or less, depending on what part of the log you hit. But
Gotcha.
you're
Just
not,
around circle's edge.
in order to be parked, you need to get over that log.
Ooh, this looks good. It's got
Yes.
some height to it. Yep, great shot. I mean, it looks like there's a bit of static there, but I'm sure he'll find a gap.
I say that it's not a putter hole, and I'm pretty sure Dylan just threw a logic.
Ha!
I could be wrong though. I just don't see unless he. No, yeah, it had to be a logic. Was that Kieran?
Yeah, he's over in
Pulled it
jail.
off to the right. Oh no. Or was that Calvin?
Oh, this is Calvin as well.
The yeah, this is a hole you really want to get, but it's so tight.
Ooh. It feels like it's right there. You just gotta kind of flip something up, put it straight with some height.
Yeah.
It's just easier said than done,
Yeah.
though.
And then there's that one tree on the left hand side that just keeps you honest and make sure you put it on that hyzer.
Yeah, Brownie, you may want to turn off your phone.
Sure thing. Yeah, that's we'll check ringtones next time.
This just coming in. PSA: turn off your phones when you do some commentating.
That's how you act professional.
Oh, did that stick?
I don't think so. It's not in the basket, and so Kieran taking a 4 here. Oh, he's
could be in trouble right now.
Yeah, he's only got 2 discs left, even though it says 3.
Oh.
Ooh. That was for Dylan's 2 though, so he's still tapping in the 3. Means he's not going to lose a disc for sure.
And I think
would've been-
Calvin also just took a 4 there.
Okay. So this is how it's going to be. It looks like 2 people are going to lose a disc, and
Kieran will still be in it.
Kieran will still be in it with his Enigma and his P1X.
I have a feeling it's just going to be his P1X on this very long par 4.
No, Kieran keeps it. Oh no, Kieran loses it.
2 people got 3s, 2
Right.
people got 4s.
Joe's going to take the Calvin.
He's
Ooh, I
going to
like
take a
this.
fast fly.
Yeah, I bet you did.
It would be the smart thing to do. This is
I'm gonna take Champ Destroyer.
Blue Destroyer.
Oh, it was just Calvin?
Yeah, Calvin must have really had a
A rough time.
yeah.
Look at Joe take his disc with a smile.
Unless
Ruthless.
Did Joe 2 that?
I think he did.
Okay, so that's why Joe got to his pick
Between the 2.
between the 2, and he showed Kieran's the mercy and decided not to take one of his last 2 discs.
If you knew ahead of time that, like, you know, one guy got a 3, you got 2, and 2 guys got 4, would you, like, doink the putt strategically so that you steal from 2 players instead of 1?
You would only get 1 disc.
But the other guy would get to pick the other disc, right?
Yeah, so you would take 2 discs from 1 disc. I'm greedy.
No, you want your
I
birdie.
want the glory.
Gotcha.
I want the glory. I want to be the only one getting discs. As Joe just throws that one OB,
That's gonna hurt.
that is not where you want to be. It's especially on the left-hand side. It puts you so far away from the basket that it really makes saving it almost impossible.
This is a great shot.
That is full flight, 400 plus feet in the snow. That's in perfect condition.
I have a feeling that it's still kind of a right to left wind.
Yeah, I forgot
Just-
about the wind.
Just judging from, like, hole 2, for example.
Yes, that would make a lot of sense.
So his disc must be very overstable for it to, like, fight out of that ante. Yeah, see, crosswind taking it away.
Did he get saved? Oh,
He did.
Good for you, Calvin. Now
Oh,
you finally get to see Kieran hopefully, unleash a full drive. He's got a lot of power.
I see it. There it is.
Low,
This looks great.
low, effortless.
Beautiful shot.
Yep, comes in right around where Dylan's was.
I feel like this disc is also going to be a great disc for the approach.
Because
He's only got like 2 discs.
That's the joys of the roulette round.
Hope you're comfortable with all your discs at
Exactly.
all distances.
When I played, I thought about bringing in my roller destroyer, but it didn't happen.
I think that's a good idea. Ooh, he looks like he put this up high.
Yeah.
I think the wind might grab this again. Yup.
Oh, he almost put it OB again, but either way, he's up there. He's fine. Unless you're going for the pin, it's all
Oh.
about the next shot.
He'll probably clean up for a 5.
I think he's going to be about 360 out from the basket
Mm-hmm.
with water short, so I don't know if he's really going to push it in these conditions. Look at
Oh.
that spin.
This is advertising right here. Come on, Dylan. Put it close. I think if he gets a 4 here, he's laughing.
Yeah, in these conditions, a 4 here is good anytime actually, but in these conditions, a 4 is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves out a little left again. I think he's just keeping it away from the water, knowing that right now he does not need the 3 to hold his discs.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I believe it's Joe at the disadvantage.
Oh, for sure. And Kieran looks like he's put a good move on this disc.
Mm-hmm.
His highs ring back.
Oh no! Oh, I hope that caught some sort of shore.
It would be really unfortunate if he was stuck with a P1X for the rest of the round.
Right? Oh, great approach.
That's great from Joe. Sort of maintain his 5.
Joe, yeah, he'll be taking it as 5.
Mm-hmm. Lots of leash-free dog walkers at this park.
Mm-hmm.
They're all usually pretty friendly.
Ooh, kind of juiced it there.
Maybe scared of the water. Maybe.
Do you think this is inbounds?
I'm assuming I saw the grass move, so I think he was in bounds where he was, but he's moved pretty far back, so maybe not. Because he was all the way up near the front, and then he's at the back now. So maybe he did go a B, and they gave him that mark. That's unfortunate for Kier, and he needed this hole to buff up his discount.
Ooh, that's for a 5.
That's not a Dylan putt. Dylan usually has a very aggressive hard putt, but looking at that water, I don't really blame him.
Good putt.
He putted with his destroyer.
Actually?
I think I'm pretty sure it was a fast flyer. Oh no, he couldn't have. Oh, I'm wrong. That was the P1X.
Dylan.
Everyone giving Joe his wide berth so he can make his 10-footer.
I think that's what? 2 5s? Was there a 4? Did Calvin get the 4 there?
I think there was 2 4s, 2 5s. Take Joe.
Like,
Maybe we should just
it'll,
lay
like
them out there.
slowly like fade. Like it won't just die like rolling. That's what I'm saying. It's like torque resistant.
Take this
now,
one.
but like.
Sorry, Joe.
Joe just
I don't know if Joe was happy about that or not.
or did he just like reclaim a disc? Yellow Z zone maybe?
I forgot that. Yeah, because
He probably got his own back.
yeah, but Dylan missed his putts. We got 5, so that's why only Calvin gets a disc.
Gotcha. No, that's the zone right there.
Well, 6 is a nice forehand if you have it, or if you want the ace, you go backhand turnover, OB left. Nothing really in danger right except for against bush.
Oh, that's smooth. Oh no.
I know he's got a great backhand. I have not witnessed him throw a forehand in a bit.
Well, we're gonna see some proof right here. Gonna witness.
As Dylan opts for the turnover backhand line. Try.
Gets through. Oh, what a shot. That looked like an enigma.
You think so? I think that's
Park enigma.
park enigma, as you say. That's great. That's 2 park jobs. Meaning that if either one of these makes their putt, then the other is in a world of hurt. Joe to make it 3 discs from Calvin.
I'm surprised his forehand got that far. It looked really short. Tailwind dropped that.
Or uncommitted putt.
Either or. Maybe a combination of both.
Oh, it's Calvin misses too.
Not like this.
Calvin just wanted to give up that extra disc.
So, like, for example, right here, if he chooses to doink the putt, intentionally, that would be 3 pars and a bogey, and then 3 discs would get taken.
If they both wanted to doink their putt, that would be a cruel and unusual way.
It's a cruel world.
It is, and I don't think anyone would do that. It just there's an ego about this, I think.
Just weak will.
You're a destroyer. You just want to punish.
How many bugs?
I think 2 people are still taking a disc from him, though.
That's right.
You
There
could
was
putt
2
with that,
twos.
though.
Dylan. It was just determining
too many
whether if
putters
Calvin
for
made
me.
that putt, then it would have
I'll
been
take
a
the
disc
buzz
for
back.
each of them
Take him a buzz
instead of
back.
2 discs
Right.
from Calvin.
What are you looking at? There's
I might have to take my disc back. Yeah, pop the gator out. You have a lot of
He
putters.
filled a couple holes in his bag.
I don't
He's
really have a
probably
lot of
looking for
drivers,
whatever works.
That's a good point. I mean,
Some stable,
Take my gator
some
back.
stable, overstable mid-range, maybe a gator. I have to take a gator.
this is also a great opportunity to try discs you wouldn't typically use.
I don't know if risking your discs is the right choice. This is one you can go for. It's 415 feet.
Probably, what, 380 to carry?
380 inbounds, yeah, if you want to go on the short left-hand side. But that whole creek is OB as well as
The
a path
on the left side.
which if you don't commit to your drive, it comes into play, but otherwise not really. This looks turned over.
I think it looks pretty good, actually. Oh,
No.
that sadly did not cross over.
So
He's
he'll be thrown just past the bridge here, based on, well, it was a hyzer, so he'd probably get a significant amount. Kieran playing for the layup. Smart man, knowing that at least one person is getting a 3 at best.
Smart golf. I think Joe's going for it. I can't see Joe not going for this.
And Joe can probably throw a mid-range here if he wanted to, but
I mean, yeah, if he wasn't trying.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, he just like Simon the Zop putters it.
yeah.
This looks
great.
Great.
Gentle hyzer flip.
Great height.
Yep.
Is it in bounds though? Oh no.
Skips it OB left.
There should be a tailwind on this drive. Maybe that's what got away from him.
That makes a lot of sense. As you can see, Chris Ozolins and Gloria there, watching on while they're playing hole 2. Oh.
That looks fine.
No.
It does not.
No, I've done that before. You're just trying to lay it up, and you kind of
Give it a little bit.
Yeah, don't take it too seriously or try to get too much.
Wow. So right now we have Kieran with the safe approach, having the best chance to just collect.
That is true, because there are 3 OB drives. So all he's got to do is just get his 3. Even a 4 will be respectable, but with that gator, it looks like he's got a great chance of getting a 3. Calvin with the unfortunate layup goes OB anyways. I'm sure he wishes he just went for it now.
That was a good run.
Like, still, that's another 25, 30 feet into a headwind. No guarantee he's gonna make that putt. Dylan had a really good looking drive that just did 3 feet short on the hill from being parked.
That basket is what? 30 feet from the edge of the creek, OB?
We can say 30 feet. It's probably a little inside there, but yeah, it's close. You get anything in bounds.
Great touch.
It's gonna be a 4 for Dylan.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys are trying to just make sure they commit with the tailwind, right? If they don't give it enough and it drops into OB again.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you get it over, get enough.
Whoa. Wow.
All right, Joe.
That's a little more meat on the bone.
Yeah, just trying to give it a safe run, and it just scoots away.
I mean, he's got a good step putt, and the wind says no to it.
Oh no, it's a windy day. That's what's gonna happen. This isn't a guarantee for Calvin. He is a great putter. He usually does well in the East End putting leagues, usually in the top 5 or so.
Are you a frequent visitor?
I've been twice. I've been a couple times. It's a good time.
Great putt. I heard they do it right over there.
They do. They have a good system.
Great attendance. It's more of an event than it's just putting.
Yeah. Jack does a good job. Kieran just laying up for the 4. I guess if he just all he had to do was take the 4. He knows he's gonna get it. Maybe because now that's a 4 for Dylan too, so that's 2 discs for whomever loses. Maybe Kieran's taking a page out of your book.
Hey, it's a strategy.
Yeah, strategy.
This game is not just disc golf; it's also strategy.
Yeah, find the person who's struggling the most and really pile on them. That's Kieran up to 4 discs now.
Because right now, Joe's probably put in for a 5, right? So there you go. So everybody just took a stab at him. That's smart golf right there.
You know, especially since he's a leader. Kieran definitely subscribed to your newsletter.
The guy's a gamer, man. You gotta know these rules. You gotta play it to the maximum.
That was the destroyer, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my turn.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we caught it on camera, but there was like some slight winks.
Okay, I only
some
lost one of
slight
my discs.
nods between the other 3. And it was like time to execute the plan, boys.
This is but then eventually it just comes back to bite you when they start doing it to you.
Oh, I mean, you keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
Fair enough.
We're playing from the shores, 245 feet uphill. You got the OB green on the short left. Most of the time, throw something flippy straight at it or kind of hang it out on a hyzer. just make sure you get the distance a little bit shorter than the basket, because there's a pine tree right there about basket height that'll just catch and you could possibly roll away.
That's true. That pine tree catches anything that comes in there on too much of a hyzer. So it looks like it's just a simple hyzer up the hill, but you do have to kind of go straight at it, as Kieran has taken his Enigma and potentially his throwing that hyzer.
I have a feel there's a path on the right side as well that is played OB, right?
Oh, do you almost put that in?
Ooh, that Enigma, it's been worked. It's on fire right now. Oh, this looks great. Okay, a little
short.
bit. I think the should be another tailwind too. So might not have counted for that.
It's just you don't want to be long because then you have a death putt come back down the hill.
Headwind death putt.
Headwind death putt coming down the hill. You just want to have it perfect, and that can lead you to being short sometimes.
Joe throwing something beefy, approach, swinging it right, coming in perfectly.
Joe listened.
Mm-hmm.
He also subscribes to your newsletter.
He knows.
Dylan's a lot farther left than I thought. Hopefully that tree is not in his way, or hopefully he gets the big V putt and he can put right through.
Oh, so good. Great putt.
That's more of the putting I know from Dylan.
That's going to put pressure on some of these longer boys. That's big putt territory right there. Do you think he's going right side of the tree or through the V?
I've got to assume through the V from where he's standing. Nope.
Oh.
That tree was probably right in his way. This is a big putt for Kieran because coming down the hill 20-25 feet into the headwind, you gotta kind of make it, or else you lose your disc. And
he's losing his disc.
Well,
unless,
because if everybody makes it now,
yep,
we're at.
So that's two people taking from two others.
That's true. He is gonna lose a disc.
That's gonna be Joe and
Dylan
taken from Kieran and Calvin.
That is correct. It's the nature of the game. It's not about, you don't need to get the best score. You just need to make sure you don't lose to everybody else.
You don't gotta be the fastest when you're running away from a bear. You just don't be the slowest.
That's true. Hole 9.
So right off the top of my head, it's a big throw.
Sorry, let's do some discs first. Dylan, take it from Calvin.
Don't take that to get mad.
What is
So
he
you'll get
taking?
mad?
I don't know, trying to get some of the high flyers.
Wrong one.
That's
I was putting with a mid, but
Does need a putter.
taking a putter.
That'll be fun putting with the gator.
Keep one after.
Yeah.
So he's got no putters left. He's got only mid ranges and drivers. So we'll see what he decides to putt with.
Mid-range. Hole 9, 860 feet. You want to just put something out there. They're going to be throwing it to a headwind, something hyzer flip that kind of drifts a touch right, but not over, because a lot of tree line over there.
All of these guys have the ability to make it to the water if you accidentally get one hyzering out over that building.
Oh my God, that's not even in my jurisdiction.
Yeah.
I
But-
never have to worry about that.
Yeah, so you do have to make sure you do get it turned over. That looks perfect.
It does. Oh,
Oh,
didn't fight out.
that's still fine. From there, he can put it 100 feet short of the water and then throw it across.
You need a very big pull to actually challenge the second shot to go over.
It's true. And so it's really just the farther you get, the easier your second shot layup gets. So
Exactly.
it's not about biting off that much right here.
Ooh,
This is what I was talking about. If it gets up and starts hyzering out,
I don't see it.
looks like it is.
Ooh. Oh, he's got a brick wall to contend with after.
I think you'll have
A
you'll have
hyzer?
yeah. Honestly, you can take it out over the water now if he wants to, but that's saying something.
This is probably an Enigma.
I think that's all he's got left. Oh, it's low.
Oh, it's skipping though.
Look at that slide.
Overall, I don't think anybody's in immediate danger.
That's Calvin throws. Oh,
Here we go.
there it is. That's a little high, but it's gonna be fine for a layup
Mm-hmm.
as long as he doesn't get into those trees.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And he's on flat ground. I love that. That'd be
It's all
good.
about the second throw at this point. Just get it within a comfortable range.
The farther left, the better, because there's some trees short and right that stop anything coming in from
A hyzer?
near the bridge.
Yep. The entryway for this approach shot is definitely better on the left side.
Mm-hmm. If you get it out and get it left and not in these trees, which Dylan,
The trees have claimed another one.
then you can really have your choice of upshot from the left-hand side. Calvin going forehand.
I mean, if you're going forehand again, it's not terrible. As long if you have the shot, it doesn't matter really where you are because you can just kind of spike it in.
It's
regardless.
true. I still just feel like playing it down the OB line. There's just so much more going on.
Oh yeah, I agree. No, regardless, you'd rather be on the left side of this fairway.
Looks perfect. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's where you want to be. A little short, but nothing wrong with that. You look at that and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Joe could go over the water, over the next basket, and bring it into the optimal landing zone if he wanted to. But
Jeez,
where's he looking?
he's looking to the heavens.
As he did. Playing it safe, just knowing he has to get back to the fairway to go across on his next.
Closed his eyes and let Jesus take the wheel.
Appropriate.
Oh no. Oh no.
I guess he had nothing to go across with.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones I probably would have tried to risk, because laying up gets you just immediately gets you a lost disc.
Ooh. Oh, and that is OB.
No. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Dylan is the smarter man.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe, depending on his disc selection, he didn't have something that he's confident with in risking. Because that river just doesn't usually give back.
Kieran yanked that over.
Oh,
Did it get up?
did it?
Did it?
I don't think so.
Based on where the camera's going, I'm guessing it did not get up in inbounds. So Dylan looking like the smart man with the layup.
Ooh, this looks great.
It's still long, but I think with everybody going OB, except for Dylan, really making the smart choice and just keeping it to the fat side of the fairway.
Mm-hmm. I think hitting that tree was all part of his plan.
Of course. What does he got here?
I think he's got like the Iron Samurai taken from Joe.
One of Joe's discs
Oh,
over the
just
water.
over the water. Joe, I think your disc is
betrays it.
broken.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Using other people's discs and don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh no! Get up! Get up!
Did he do it again?
Oh,
I think he did.
No.
Dylan, no.
No.
Dylan.
Oh.
And then he tries to throw it in and goes long OB again.
Oh, this is a disaster.
Oh, Dylan. It is what it is. He was in the lead. He did have the disc lead, so even if he gets
You know what?
taken down.
The way that these guys are approaching this basket, I don't know if Dylan's out.
Yeah, that wasn't particularly good either.
Oh.
Okay, and he still has a putt. Oh, he's playing from there, so I wonder if they consider that inbounds.
Maybe.
Tough to see where the path starts, but there is a path that he's standing on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great
yes,
putt.
Dylan would know. He plays here quite often, so
He's a regular?
he lives in Milton, so it's close by.
We were having some technical difficulties there, but we're all good up in the studio.
This is Joe. Traditionally a very good putter, so no doubts here. There
Great
it is,
putt.
right in the center. That's what we're expecting from Joe and these competitors.
I have a feeling that Dylan is going to take a pretty big number right now.
We already made his putt, and if he wasn't OB, well, he already went OB twice in a layup. So
Sorry. I'm thinking, was it Dylan or was it Kieran
that
that went into the OB like twice?
it was Dylan.
That was Dylan.
Yeah. But It's tough to say because
Might just be
all
one.
it takes is for one person to do really well. So
It looks like 2 guys are.
okay, well
In
he
line.
had 9 discs. So I think he's stuck with 7.
Yeah.
With that
Have
logic,
to put
maybe
logic
he'll
in
You
it.
guys.
take it to
Okay,
putting
they're
back.
back. I thought you were gonna be really new.
As Calvin takes his destroyer back.
Hole 10. You got a lot of options here. You can throw a hyzer straight at it, forehand on left side. You can take my gap, which is a shot through the trees. That it's pretty sneaky, but
So you're saying you just get lucky?
get lucky.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's doesn't usually work out for me here.
Looks like Joe's opting for the forehand.
Don't hate the play.
Oh. It got through.
I think it's just because I don't have a forehand that I don't see it, but
I
a
mean,
lot of people do take it.
I prefer the backhand, to be honest.
Yeah. So
It feels like just a much easier shot.
yeah, either the wide sort of like Calvin's route here, where you're trying to skip it in.
I don't think it's coming back fast enough.
Where did it go?
Ooh, ooh. Put on the snow brakes.
Or you could take. I'm assuming Kieran's going flex shot with this gator. Nope, he just throws real far.
He's throwing the hyzer. Looks good. Ooh,
Yeah,
great shot.
I think that's a gator. Is gator a suspect? It's hard to say. He's 2 yellow discs. Either way,
Coin flip.
phenomenal shot.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, catches
Oh.
the tree. That's the. You are aiming at that tree for the hyzer skip in. Just to you want to come just in front of it to get the perfect shot, but
Man,
sometimes
but-
you just hit it.
The wind is not making this round easy.
No, and it doesn't show on camera how windy it is usually, so we're all just sitting here judging you guys.
And it's cold too. Look at these people in the background all bundled up. Oh,
It's a lot of foot traffic for this part of the course.
surprisingly, right?
Yeah, normally this part of the course stays kind of empty,
I've never seen this many people walking around. There it is.
especially on like a cold, windy day like this.
We don't know how cold it is.
It's true,
We know it's windy. And
and there's snow on the ground.
there's snow on the ground. I would have thought these gentlemen would have a tailwind on this next hole. But this flag was just blowing left to right earlier. So I'm not too sure anymore.
It's swirling,
Now it's right to left.
the typical.
The flag lies.
All right, so we know Kieran got a 2. I didn't really see.
You also
So Joe
I'm
must-
reclaiming.
Oh, he's
What's
getting
mine?
his. Is that?
the razor claw.
That actually good.
Yep, he has a blue laser claw and blue iron cannon.
We're actually we were at that too.
That must have been one of Calvin's P1X maybe.
So 359. Plays slightly longer. It is a slight incline. You're kind of throwing uphill. And I believe like the water would probably be something like 340 to clear. But I would say with the incline, you're probably looking at 360 to clear the water.
Yeah, like my I don't know. I find it's like 400 feet of pure power to get parked here.
Yep.
And you can see he comes up short, and that was Joe. I'm certain. So you
Mhm.
know that he throws far. So if he's coming up a little bit short, then
It's further than it
Yeah.
it appears.
yeah, it's gonna be a full mash is 400 feet. Whoa,
It's safe.
you're not wrong.
I remember the first time I was out here, me and Cam look at this hole and we're like, oh, 340, 350 worth of distance to clear.
Yeah.
And we threw so many drives in the water.
That water has claimed many a disc.
And we would even like, we would even scope it.
Yeah.
And we would get 359 distance.
Yes, a distance is accurate. It's just the elevation going into the basket is what causes. You're not getting a skip when you're hitting that hill. So
Yeah.
wherever your disc hits is the distance you threw it.
Do they play just the water OB? As long as you're in like touching grass, you're in bounds?
So at King's Forest, that's a great shot.
This looks
Low,
fantastic.
as long as it stays up. I'm assuming it did. So at King's Forest, all ponds play water OB,
Mm-hmm.
and any of the rivers play the bank as OB.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
So if it's a river, the bank is OB. Don't be playing from down there, because if you fall in, it'll be a bad time. The ponds, just be unfortunate. It'll be
I
good.
mean, I've witnessed it. I've instigated it.
You have instigated it.
Sometimes the path that I take is not what regular people should
No.
take.
R.I.P. Thomas.
Yeah, he's still out there wet, apparently.
All right. Back to the disc golf. Joe
Great putt.
just drops it in there.
Counted on the tailwind to alley-oop it back in.
Yeah, I've never actually played with Joe, surprisingly.
No?
So, no, never actually had the opportunity.
He's
So
a
I don't-
solid
does,
player.
Does he normally have a spinny putt, or is it pretty floaty?
I think he has a pretty stabby putt.
Yeah. So
It might just be because of the tailwind. He's playing the wind a little bit more
Yeah.
with that style of putt.
okay. So definitely Joe got the 2
Yeah.
with that lobby putt. Kieran
Okay.
with the yank job over to the right.
Enigma. Gator.
Gator.
You
want access destroyer.
Having to give up a disc.
How much does Kieran?
I'll take your
3 discs so far?
destroyer.
4. Okay. So we took something
The
purple.
starting ball run, I'm assuming.
Hmm.
Which is strange because in the next like 6 holes, there's not many things where you'd be using a distance driver.
Off the top of my head, 18 would be
and we're
one
on
you
12.
want.
So
He's got a little bit of time to
Mhm.
procure a couple more discs.
yeah, maybe take away a mid range where it's putter and really push pressure on him. I really want to see people just take the disc and then turn around and promptly throw it. And just be like, yep. Just
Like, you mean take a disc from another player
yeah,
and
and
just
then
be like,
I'm gonna use your disc to take more discs. From
and this is how you throw your disc.
yes.
Wow.
Just truly flex.
See, I thought I was ruthless by like trying to come up with a plan of like taking 3 discs from one guy by throwing a shot, and you're over here just trying to
No, it's all about mind games. It's not about physical games.
question. If you take another man's disc and then ace with it, is there like a underlying rule? You just keep it disc forever?
And we're gonna have to wait and see. As Calvin leaks one out there left, I think he was laughing while he threw. I don't know. Maybe he pulled my strategy and was just like, "I'm gonna throw your disc into the into the trees."
There's only one person who I've seen that plays better while laughing hysterically, and that's Jason Pasilla.
Hysterics can do wonderful things.
You like to go straight up this gap right here, right?
Yeah, I find the hyzer, if you pull on it a bit or get a little too straight, you catch those trees, you have nothing.
Mhm.
So a traditional overstable fairway straight down the gut is where I go. It's just
Gotcha.
it's safer. In my opinion, it's safer. It also gives you a chance for an ace if you get
Great shot. I
Is it?
think I think it landed. I think he just missed it. It landed right in front of him. I think it's maybe 12 feet from the basket.
okay. I've also seen the hyzer come in, hit that tree, and then roll back into the bush.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tough putt. You don't want to be anywhere around this behind this basket.
Yeah, you're looking at that and you're thinking, oh, he's 15 feet away, but that tree.
Oh, that's gonna be tricky too.
Oh.
That's fine. You got 2 people who have tricky putts for 3.
That was first 2.
No, it's for,
he
but I mean like.
I know, but he overthrew the basket.
Mhm.
Like, it's really hard to do on the hyzer when you have those trees on the right. Joe coming in from a knee. He's 15 feet and he has very obstructive view of the basket.
This is for his 3 or 2. I think it's for his
first
2.
I think it's first 2. As he does it through the tree
Yep.
branch.
What tree branch?
Exactly. As Joe looks to increase his lead, back at 9. They've really flip-flopped a lot this round. Joe had a lead, then Dylan had a lead. Now it's back to Joe. Kieran's been holding on strong. And Calvin, I don't think he's had anything more or less than 6 discs.
Mm-hmm. This is a very important putt. If he could get the 3 here, nice. So he kind of gets away from having a disc taken from him.
Curious.
Why he did that?
Yeah, was that his drive?
No. So that was for a 5. Because he did that, he went past.
Oh, so he knew that the putt didn't matter. Okay, I'm understanding now.
Because Joe would have taken it from him anyway.
Yeah, so he
Dylan, right?
yeah, so he knew he was
Take
going to
your
get the
destroyer.
score.
Keep taking the wrong one.
It's fine, you use this one a lot.
Another one of Calvin's destroyers. I didn't think he had a champion destroyer.
He did.
He did? Okay.
Do you remember that?
Spinning one?
Yes.
I didn't think that was a destroyer. Hole 13, the hanging basket. What happens if you go long here, James?
You hate your life.
Yeah, you potentially rethrow?
I wouldn't potentially, but like
Okay.
I would consider it.
Yeah, okay. So so don't go long. It is straight down. There is trees, there is rocks, there is probably ice in this kind of conditions.
A wise man once told me that the play is to throw something overstable like a justice
Yes.
on a hyzer at the hill, and
Okay.
with the skip of the overstable disc, it'll crawl up there while slowing down on the speed.
Sounds like a very wise man.
Great hair, great beard. Mr. Brownie himself.
Yeah. Don't try to ace run this. Get it parked. Walk away. Don't hurt yourself. See? Look at that.
Looks,
Into
this
the
looks
kill.
juiced. He's gonna have a putt, but it's gonna be a tricky putt.
Thankfully, I have a second camera.
Forehand
angle.
play with the, I'm assuming right to left wind, because that's the wind, the way the wind has been going.
This looks pretty high.
Tried to put it in. Now he's gone.
I'm surprised he would try to run it like that.
Is this? This is Calvin. It must be. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
still a little bit of meat on the bone.
You can see he landed before the basket, and going down that hill just caused him a lot of trouble. Kieran got saved because he was heading that way as well, and he airballs his putt.
That was an opportunity missed right there, and another. And just like that, he's on the losing a disc train. Yep. Kieran makes the Calvin makes the comeback
So that's gonna be at most
at the 3.
4 for Kieran.
Yeah, it's a 4 for Kieran. Joe's looking at the juicy 2. Connects
putt.
with the putt.
Easy hole, also very easy to take a big number on.
Absolutely. Looks easy on paper. It looks easy when you see it, but it has its own trickiness to it.
You're expecting a 2 out of this, but you're not surprised when you take a 4. There you go, Dylan.
Was that for his 2? Or was that for his 3?
You know, can't tell you. I'm thinking. No,
He wanted nothing more to do with it.
yeah. Kieran knows there's nothing he can do. Doesn't need to make the putt. So what's first 2?
Nice.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take
he's
your.
on 1 disc left.
Yes, because he's down to 3.
At this
Enigma.
point, you just feel so defeated.
Is he gonna leave him with just a putter or just a gate?
I'll leave you with a putter. Fair.
He's just throwing a putter. Which, you know what? You could get a putter there.
Yeah.
This
The
could be a
next-
putter hole.
There's 1, 2, 3. The next 3 holes are all putter holes.
Yes. So he could.
If he plays it right, although he's throwing a white putter
Mm-hmm.
in the snow,
Yes. No one's helping him with that.
you could lose your only disc and be disqualified.
Can never play disc golf again.
Nice.
Read the 5 print, boys.
Yeah. You didn't know what you were signing up for when you joined this, did you?
Oh, great shot, Joe.
That is a good shot, and it is. Oh,
It sticks
stopped.
around. Iron Samurai 4.
What is the Iron Samurai?
What is it?
Yeah,
It's a samurai
that is made of iron.
made of iron or wearing iron.
Okay. Oh, not made out of.
Not made out of. No.
Okay.
Although I feel like that's a movie.
Iron Giant.
I don't know if it's Iron Giant.
Okay.
I feel like there's a movie where like there's these animated samurais. Oh.
Anyways,
Oh.
that's good
Skip
going.
in. Oh, great try. Nice shot.
That is huge from Calvin. Great shot. This is a tricky little hole. You do not want to be left.
Oh,
You do
no.
not want to be right.
He just tried his hardest to get that. This
Yeah.
is, I'm assuming, the putter to connect for a 2.
Yeah, he's tapping in his 3, so he needs someone to take a 4, or everyone to take a 3. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's now.
No, Joe went a little bit deep.
Yeah, he's tucked in those little tiny skinny branches. It's not a gimme putt, especially in that. Look at that flag rip.
I bet Calvin is really hoping that Joe does not connect on this. That'll put them all at 3 and possibly take 1 away from Joe.
That's a good point. No, because Kieran will be taking a 4. No, sorry,
No.
he'll be taking a 3. You're right.
3.
I know how to count. I pass math sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes. It's a good thing you don't need numbers being an electrician. So, if you were in Calvin's shoes and you had one choice to take a disc, who would you take it from?
So
I know my answer. It'd be Dylan.
So yes, you're right. So the goal of this is to finish in the top 2, so that you can move on to the next round, which will happen later on in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't think you can catch Joe, you take it from Dylan.
Well, I was also sitting on the high desk.
Taking it from Joe.
I was like,
Yeah, so
he's going for the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
You're not
That
first,
is
you're
true.
last, right? So, or he just has a disc that he really wants because he seems to be looking for something.
Mm-hmm. I think he's talking about like what holes are left.
Fair enough.
I think he just
Gotta stick with what I know, right?
orange square.
Mm-hmm. So did Joe take a 4 there?
Joe
Oh no!
took a 3.
So he got to pick between the 3 people.
Exact
He picked
Mungo.
Joe. So now Joe only has a 3 disc lead.
Mhm.
There is
With 2 people one person at 6 and one person at 7.
So there is 19 holes on this course. So we have 4 more holes, or 5 more holes.
That one trailed away, but he's gonna have a putt at it.
Yeah, this
Easy
look,
3.
Look at that wind though. This is gonna be a tough shot because you have to. It's all about speed control, and then speed control in a tailwind like this. It's just gonna, if you put it soft.
Is this coming back?
I don't
Oh,
think so.
that's gonna be challenging.
Yeah, speed control in a tailwind like this. You want to throw it softer, but then it's just gonna get pushed out of the air. So you kind of just gotta hope that it reacts properly for you.
This looks. Oh, it looks right too.
I think that wind, the people are expecting their disc to hyzer in the tailwind, and it's just getting knocked down instead. Let's see if Kieran can make the adjustment
He's
with
throwing a
his
putter.
with his white putter.
Oh, that disc is just beaten into flat. Beaten in this understatement.
I think it's a P3X. I think it's his P3X,
Hey.
as he puts it, within tap-in range.
Ooh, he's got a little bit left.
I don't know. I think Joe was just laying that up, knowing that he just takes a 3 and he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Because he's got a 3-stroke lead, a 3-disc lead, I should say.
I think Joe's still gonna have a bit of a tricky putt though.
I think Joe just laid it up, did he not?
He did, but oh, great try, Calvin. But it's what with this like crazy headwind.
I guess so. I would assume he would make it. You'd be very surprised if he missed it, but it is a bit of a wind.
A bit.
A gentle bounce.
Well done. He made that look easy.
I know putting is difficult.
Hardest part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just like keeping your cool.
Did you see Dylan just smacking all the snow off his disc? It must be pretty warm if that's the kind of moisture getting off your disc there.
Moisture.
We're not doing this, James.
Further.
No, it's farther. Okay, we're not doing this any further.
Well played. Checkmate.
Hole 16, OB left. You can see the signs.
You got the green, putting green on the right side.
Yeah, what's your opinion on the forehand here?
I think it's actually the safest shot.
Unless
You swing it out too wide and it never comes back in, or
Okay.
you throw it too high and it goes onto the green.
okay.
But I just feel like it's the most open airspace. And if you throw something over stable enough, you'll get a skip.
Right, you are. That seems like the best play if you have it. You don't get much of a skip when you get hit down low because of how wet it is down there.
Dink.
Okay.
Nice
parked.
shot.
And that was Joe.
I heard metal.
You did. I'm impressed. Dylan also going forehand with, is that the gator? Is that Kieran's gator?
Oh, disrespect.
If he-
What a flex.
And then he yanks it over, as we said not to do.
Would you think that's disrespect or disreflex?
Oh,
Could be a new one. I'm gonna see if it's said anywhere else.
Okay. Get the the Google Trend open.
It's going backhand with this flippy.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh,
there it goes.
no.
It flips again into a headwind.
I don't know. What else could you do there? Maybe like try to put it out over the OB and swing it in?
I mean, I think at this point he just wants to make sure he does not just
Yeah.
take the early bus home.
Does he
Oh.
throw it in?
Oh. My God. And the roll. And the roll. And all of a sudden, Kieran's
Okay.
looking really good with his approach for
Yeah.
the 3.
Yeah, all Kieran has to do is make sure he gets the 3 here, and he's guaranteed himself to stay in it for at least one more hole.
Oh, and it's a tricky putt.
I think Kieran's got that all day. It's 15 to 20 feet uphill with the tailwind behind you. This one from 30-ish feet for Dylan with the tailwind.
Tailwind putt, uphill.
Bunker behind.
Oh, great putt.
That's confidence right there.
Dead center of the heart of the chains.
Still taking a 4, so as long as Kieran makes his putt, which
Oh,
he
no.
doesn't. So if Calvin makes his putt,
Yep.
then it's 2-2, 4-4. I think that ends it for Kieran.
Yep.
Who's going to get the P3X? The coveted P3X?
It goes off of who is teeing off first, right? He gets the first dibs.
They get to pick, yeah.
Action.
Calvin decides to take from Dylan of his
Still throw my
not
discs
wanting to
as
be the
well.
bad guy and knocking out Kieran.
53 maybe for.
Kieran made it pretty far considering he had.
I don't
Taking the
I think I'll take this one.
Yeah.
That was a tough choice. Good choice.
Goodbye, Kieran.
You just
Thanks
wanted
for
your
your
backup to be like that.
contribution.
Do you think he'll probably still stick around to cheering squad?
I don't know. He's right next to the parking lot. It'd be enticing just to leave.
Oh, true.
We'll see. We'll see if he gets spotted in the background.
Hole 17, 317 feet.
It's,
Typically, the wide hyzer I find is a really good shot for this.
it's just so far.
It is uphill as well.
Yeah, like that was a very good shot, and he's still 30 feet right of the basket. You can, yeah, it is the right play. Just miss that one.
Yeah, hyzering just behind it. Get some
Yeah.
ground skip.
Yeah, it is the right play. It's just
I feel like it's just
Throwing that
the
hard up.
safest play as well.
true. If you hit the tree, you hit the tree. If you don't, it's pretty good. But
Whereas people who try to go straight up the gut will throw it right into the hill, and then you got an approach that goes uphill and then downhill.
it's true. And all of these gentlemen have the power to go around that tree.
I guess the scores were not updated last hole because Calvin was sitting at 5. Now he's at 7.
Was.
But yeah. Now we see Calvin has taken the lead over Dylan.
I think that was right. It's hard to say because I'm pretty sure. Either way, I'm pretty sure that the scores are accurate right now.
Oh, they are accurate right now.
18. Yeah, we're at 24 discs. Ooh.
He needed that.
Yeah. At this point, you're just trying to get that second spot so you can work your way into the next round. Joe can just realistically just lay up and not lose too many discs going forward and be guaranteed it pretty much. You got a 4-stroke lead, 4-disc lead.
Interesting. Did Calvin lay that up?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think he was trying to run it, but safely, and it maybe with the cold weather, it just slipped out of his hand.
Okay. Cause yeah, that's one that you'd want to make. A lot's on the line here. So it looks like they all push with a 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he does putt with them, so
No discs will change hands, which is good for Joe and good for Calvin, but not so good for Dylan.
I thought Dylan, honestly, after missing the first putt, was the one that was in the.
In the hot seat per se.
Exactly. He was in the danger zone.
Yeah, you can see why that hole was so tough. They all had an outside circle look at the putt, and
And
tough
the
to make.
putt is downhill.
Yes.
Like, it does drop off behind it. There you go. 317 feet.
This one is placed farther than it looks. As you can see, Calvin tries to throw that hyzer and it just comes up short. That's going to be 50 feet or more.
With a ceiling of pines.
Yeah, so...
And the basket is hanging, so
Yeah.
that does play a big factor on trying to run that putt from over there.
Indeed. So you do really want to push this one farther than you think when you get up here.
Joe looks like he did just that, but going a little long. That tree is going to be right in his way.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate miss, but I think that is the play. Just go a little bit long, have the tree stop you, or it's just the better miss is a little bit long.
This is crucial for Dylan. He needs a really good drive here. Oh, flips up. If it just sneaks under. Oh, wonderful. Great shot, Dylan.
Bounces that off the tree. Now he's got 10-footer, 15-footer for his 2.
Oh, doing some trimming.
So this is a tough putt. You got to ante it with a low ceiling early. Oh, that's what you expect coming up that hillside.
All right. Looks like Dylan's going to be picking up a disc from Calvin.
Or you can pick from Joe if he feels like he wants to restrict Joe's.
With one hole left, that would not be the play. You want to secure your second place at this point.
Yeah,
No?
let's see if Dylan thought of that.
Excellent. Nice 2.
Yeah, he still had to make the putt, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Dylan's got that all day. So let's see who he chooses.
Okay, we got hole 19, 525 feet. You just want to pop it out there with distance. Make sure you're in the middle of the fairway. OB road or path on the left side, and right side there's no OB or anything, but probably just natural OB. It gets pretty thick over there.
And you got to imagine at this point in the year it's going to be really wet too.
And then you got the fan trap and green near the basket on the right side. And we didn't really get to see.
But Dylan did take it from Calvin.
He did, you're right.
Yeah.
Smart play.
Distance helps you so much on your upshot here.
Oh,
but
no. Oh, that hurts.
all the opportunity, all Calvin has to do is keep this in bounds now.
It's a good idea to go forehand.
And he smashes on
Yep. Great shot. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, Dylan still has the opportunity of it still. Oh, wait. Is that OB?
He never came in bounds.
Oh, no.
Unless he got a great roll, which is possible.
This looks incredible.
That is a big throw. That is going to put him in optimal place to lay up and take his, yeah, there you go. Never came bounce, has to re-tee. He's throwing 3 right now, so he kind of needs to get it really far out there.
Yeah. Because the hole's not over for Cal. Oh, it's in. It's in.
Yeah, I don't blame him for trying to reach for a little extra there, because he needs to get up and down to take his 5, or needed to get up and down to take his 5 to have a chance to keep holding onto that disc.
Oh, this is it's a shame. No one wants to end the round like this.
So now here comes the conundrum. If Joe wins, does he take it from Dylan to make them tie, or take it from Calvin to give it to Dylan?
Oh.
I think to be a good person, you gotta let him tie, right? Or do you just want to be cruel?
Ooh. I mean, if you tie it up. Oh, wait, because are they both at. This is their actual updated score, right? 7-6? Or no, it should be.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking that they would need to tie. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, the score is not updated. I think it's what?
This is accurate.
Is it accurate?
Yeah.
So then, if Joe took from Dylan, which he's gonna have to, right?
Oh.
Which means they'd be tied.
Yeah. Oh, he keeps it in bounds. Wow. That uphill shot on this hill, it always gives you so many troubles, because you don't want to leave it short in the bunker. And if you go long, it just skips down the hill, and you got a long comebacker. So it's really tough to keep it parked. Calvin just needs to lay this up to guarantee that he can take the disc from Dylan.
Oh, that's
Oh.
juiced a little bit.
He didn't want to come up short in the bunker. I don't blame him, but parking that would have been, hey, there's Kieran. He did stick around. Little gentleman.
So if Joe wins this hole, he takes from
They'll lose
Dylan, which means that these guys would tie,
They would tie.
which means
Another OB stroke for Dylan.
we would go into like OT, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to do this.
Oh,
At this rate, we may never get there.
perpetually commentating for the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm. We're stuck.
And they are. Oh, there'd be one winner apparently if there's a tie.
Okay, so you do not...
Wow, these rules are getting more and more cutthroat.
Mm-hmm. The James Book of messing with people.
Oh my.
Here's Dylan. Calvin just staring him down. Like that is
Oh.
intimidation
Like,
in
can
the
you-
finest.
Can you imagine, like, right now, Calvin might just be like, oh, wait, I'm second. But then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you guys tied. You both lose. It's like, oh.
If not first or last.
Apparently. Good to be Joe. VV.
Vivi.
The VV stands for, like, those 2 peace signs that, like, people like to do for their Instagrams. No?
Oh, no, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm just...
You're just staring at me and smiling.
Pink buzz.
We
There
also
it is.
call him Joe Vader.
Possession.
Yeah.
There's 6.
The enemy of all disc golfers. So here it is. The end. Joe with 12 discs, taking all of Kieran's discs, essentially. And Dylan and
Oh, I
Calvin.
love this. I really did like that. And he was kind of like skittering there from excitement.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Great job, Joe. This has been
The roulette rounds
at King's Forest.
put on by Canadian Disc Golf Productions. Thanks for coming out. I am Chris Brown.
And I'm James Duong. Thanks for joining us.